Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of OK Boomer, the podcast, where two old guys ramble about comics and other shit. And we'd like to welcome you back to a new episode. We're going to be covering a Golden Age book pre-comic code, Strange Mysteries number 14 tonight. Currently, this is the pre-show where we show off stuff that we got in. And we will also spotlight a Kickstarter book this week. This week, we're going to take a look at Worthy Comics Redemption. It's an 8-issue arc. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I've interviewed the creator before. And it was a lot of fun. We'll take a look at that shortly. But first off, I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us on all the platforms, the audio podcast, Rumble. We're up to 8 followers on Rumble.
8?
But we get like 30 or 40 watches every episode.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
You know, so if you're just following us on YouTube, please go over and click the follow button on our Rumble or Odyssey. You can find all our links in the link tree and the description at the very bottom of the episode on YouTube. That's all, folks. So I got a few things in. Tommy Hall, who's been a guest, has a book called Kingsville, and he does giveaways on his YouTube channel and his TikTok channel and a bunch of other things. Hey, Alan, good to see you. So he's just wrapping up the funding for issue 2 of Kingsville, but he had a stream where he was giving away like extra McFarlane figures, signed books from different creators.
Where the hell was I at?
You were at work. I told you about it. You're like, great, I'm gonna work tomorrow.
Probably.
Yeah. But this was cool. He did a poker chip. So that's like one of the covers for issue 2. And then there's a cover of Collapse. Finally, a girthy indie hero that I can show up dressed up as because they're just like a yellow and blue shirt.
Because it's a yellow and blue shirt?
Yeah, I hope it's not spandex because no. So I got that and a book. Also won the gold label Red Lantern.
Red Lantern?
Dread.
Oh.
It's Alan Scott from the Dark Metal universe.
Oh, okay. Huh.
There he is in the back. Pretty cool art.
The art on all the McFarlane stuff is really good. Some of the stuff I bought, I cut out the back after I opened them to, use it for other stuff.
My only issue now is Todd has jacked all his prices.
Yeah, it's like $25 or something.
40.
40?
40. So he had gone from $19.99 up to $24.95 or $24.99, like earlier last year.
Yeah.
And then right around the holidays, the prices went up to $30.
Okay.
And then
I can see that. That's a supply and demand issue. Okay.
Yeah, the first set that he released was supposed to be a Target exclusive. It's a Crisis on Infinite Earth set.
Okay.
Are
they doing the Superman?
They did. It's a bad Superman. It's not like It's not like gold. It's not like Golden Age Superman. It just looks like an angry, constipated Superman. Hey, good stuff. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, man. So I didn't think Superman was very good. It's a good body on him, but the head sculpt kind of sucks. Thomas wishes he was high right about now. I'm going to deal with me for a whole show.
It's not currently legal in my state. Damn it.
They did a Kid Flash Wally West that looks like really good.
Really?
Psycho Pirate.
Dude, I love Psycho Pirate. He's got such a badass just costume.
Yeah. Good stuff says legal here. Sorry. Yeah. I don't think that would stop him, but there's a Spectre, but it's not.
The Spectre I ordered. I was trying to order, and the damn thing sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. I clicked on the damn link, and it's gone.
Yep. And it's Superman, Wally West, Psycho Pirate, and Spectre. You have to buy the whole set so that you can assemble a regular size version of the Matter Universe monitor.
Not the Anti-Monitor.
He's got a 12-inch mega figure of Anti-Monitor. Which to me isn't big enough. He basically needs a monitor and an anti-monitor the size of that Galactus back there.
Yeah, like 36 inches.
Yeah, at least. But still with the detail. I don't know, but there's a chance that he might have just said, these people will pay me for anything. And what happened is Target's not moving stuff because Target might have lost a bunch of customers last year from stuff that was going on in the stores. There's a lot of people that don't like shopping at Target, but there's always that. There's people that are Walmart people. There's people that are Target people. And then there's me who, if I can order it online and not have to leave my house and deal with people, I'm all the happier. But
we call those people hermits.
Yeah. Oh man, that's my favorite cookie. They're so good. Bad for my diabetes, but they're yummy. But like, and then I saw they started announcing a couple of other figures from the Nolan set. Hey, Buzz. Hail. There's only a couple days left to get your copy of Bloodbone on the Second Chance campaign over on Fund My Comic. Go check it out. But because Target canceled their order to McFarlane, because they've got so much stuff that they're just like liquidating it and they still can't get rid of it. It's bad economics. People don't have that disposable income to go buy their favorite toys all the time.
No.
I feel their pain. But since they canceled it and it was supposed to be an exclusive to them, it ended up being exclusive to the McFarlane toy store.
The online only toy store.
And because it is an exclusive and it's a build-a-figure set, they're $40 a piece.
Jesus.
But then they showed Catwoman with the Bat Pod, $75 friggin'. Everything. Psh.
And what's bad is I got. I think I showed you for Christmas. My one of my children got me the Black Manta Page Puncher figure by McFarlane, which may be the nicest figure I've seen them do. I still want the Hawkman just for comparison, but the Black Manta figure is amazing.
There's only one Page Puncher that I really want. It's that kind of like Elseworlds Mr. Freeze, where his containment suit is basically like the 1950s Bell Divers.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought that was like a really cool design. So I was into it. So, well, I got this stuff. This goes to something else, and then I have stuff in here from Tommy. So he sent me the figure, and he sent me a signed edition of Kingsville 1. This character is Snapback. Snapback and Collapse do some bloody stuff into this book. If you like the boys, go check out Kingsville. You can get it in physical or digital. I always recommend the physical because, why not? And then, oh,
you got your decks of stuff in.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Heavy as hell. A nice note in there from Steve. I had sent out I had sent an email to the Kickstarter, and his wife got back to me in under 6 hours.
Oh yeah,
it's great. Like 4 o'clock in the morning. She's writing me back.
They're great people.
They got the little pamphlet with a bunch of stuff, and the best of 2023 flyer, and
your copy of Jormando.
Yeah, this is the. I guess this is like the first few issues of the original Nexus series that him and the Red Baron did. I got to go back and read it, but what I think it is actually Dark Horse did. They took the first couple issues and kind of remastered them in the 90s because it won like an Eisner or something for best comic. Yeah, it was like they did a 6-issue set.
Yeah, and that's what's in there. That's part of what's in there.
I've got that 6-issue set in a box someplace over here. I was like, ooh, that's pretty.
Oh,
I don't care what it is. I'm just buying it.
The art in that book is so amazing, but he's stupid good. People don't understand how good he is. Well, some people do.
Yeah, like we do.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people do. Mike Barron does.
Obviously.
Yeah. Anybody that saw the episode we did here on Boomer where we did the crossover Superman Hulk Steve Rude graphic novel. This is the print that I picked. So I got a signed Rude print.
Sweet.
I think this was the cover of one of the sketchbooks.
Yeah, I can't remember which one, but yeah.
Yeah, but I thought this was like just like spectacular. And then, boom.
Something perfect for home defense.
Nexus,
you got the Chronicles?
Yes. He painted a picture of himself working at his drawing table.
Is it hardback?
It's a hardcover. On sale during the campaign for $50. Just open it to the middle. You have the sketch pencils there, and then the inks on the other page. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Where he talked about the All in Sandra inks from June of '96. There's a lot of him talking serious, art stuff that you would understand. And I'm like, okay. And then he's got a Nexus Executionist song, number 4, pencils from '96, and he has like a little article there, and then there's like a full color page right there. There's like some full color stuff, and it's got like the majority of stuff in here, like just like pencil roughs, and so it's official. I own my first artist edition.
They're so nice.
Oh, it's just like, I was flipping through this and I'm like, I got to put this away. We just ordered pizza. I'm going to get it all greasy and shit. It's just awesome. And then he's got Nexus issue 99, Root of Evil from issue 99 came out in 99.
Yeah, I think I've got that one.
And I'm just like, oh, man.
The thing that's so nice about the artist editions and seeing the roughs is you really get to see the artist at work. You get to see how they're thinking, to me, and how they're blocking it in and laying such out.
And what's this? Nexus 100, when she was young. Transparent and opaque watercolor, 12 by 18. And it's just the art panels. There's no dialogue or anything.
Yeah.
So you can just, sit here and be like, and just like full color pieces, pencils and inks for May of '96. Nexus meets Madman. I used to love Madman.
Back a long time ago.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. And you get a lot of pages where you have the complete colored finished page on one side and the pencil rough on the other. So
yeah, so you can kind of compare.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's like, well, they're both pretty friggin' spectacular. So it's just, it's a little crazy. But I'm gonna put that back in the
Yeah,
box.
I've kept mine in the boxes so they don't get messed up.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've got a pretty sizable indie comic shelf over there, and I've got Marvel and DC going across two complete shelf. Marvel, DC up here, then Marvel, and then my independent stuff takes up like an entire shelf on one of the bookshelves.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. Well, I didn't get much in the mail, but I did go to a small convention, local convention.
Oh, nice.
And I did pick up some nice stuff. I think I sent you some pictures of some of it.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go through everything, but I mean, like, just these were gorgeous I think they were like $5 a piece.
Oh, all day.
Kirby Captain America. Hey, I even found a Detective Comics I didn't have. $5.50.
Oh yeah, I got that one. Those are just spectacular covers.
Yeah,
and they made no sense, so they were even better.
Miss Marvel.
Nice.
Let's see, dude. We should have had this one. I did not know this existed, but this would have been great for our Christmas stuff. This is The Year's Most Startling Story: The Murder of Santa Claus from 1973, and it's Justice League, 100-pager.
Oh, nice. Santa's looking a little skinny there.
Yeah, he got beat up.
And if this was smell-o-vision, I might smell a little bit of JD.
Damn it. I did manage to talk the vendor down on this one. We're not going to discuss the price. That is.
Yep.
Oh, man. So, and then everybody's like, when the movie comes out, it's going to be worth a lot more. I'm like, well, yep.
Not if Sony does it.
Look at this. Look at that damn Batman.
Oh yeah, those 100 pages were so great.
Yeah, and they had really good prices on them. I was really kind of shocked. Some of the prices, dude. I had never seen this one, and I just had to have it. Thor versus Submariner from the Invaders.
Nice.
I picked up another copy because this is one of my favorite comic covers of all time.
Cloak and Dagger and Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Yep. Good stuff.
Dude. These were in they were $5, but then there was a discount if you bought a certain amount of them. Garcia Lopez Superman.
Oh, I've got that issue. I bought that off the spinner rack when I was a kid. Oh, Bizarro issue. Classic Bizarro issue.
Awesome. Chua. That's Gil Kane, I think it was.
Yeah. Looks like Lois slapped him. Oh, yeah.
Check this one out, though.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's $2.99, I think it was. No, $2.96. I did. This was what one of the books I actually went for, and I had to hunt. Finally, somebody had it. One vendor had them. Submariner number 20.
Oh, nice, Dr. Doom.
Yep.
Doom. Hey, Hex, how are you, buddy?
Hey, man, what's going on? Let's see what else I got that was real cool. Iron Man getting the hell beat out of him.
Oh yeah.
And then here he's being a loser and quitting.
He did not be an Iron Man, not drinking yet.
He's not quit drinking yet. I did not send this to you and show you. I almost forgot about it. So this is a number 1, mature readers only, but it is a indie comic, so you ought to be happy for that. Kitchen Sink Comics. You remember them?
Oh yeah. Just saying that name makes it spicy.
Death Rattle number 1.
Wow.
Mark Schultz.
Nice.
Dude, he's so damn good. Superheroes versus the Monsters. I did pick up a second printing of the new Conan the Barbarian number 1 for the movie cover poster.
Oh, nice.
And this is one we have to do on the podcast because I have never seen this book before. And of all the comics I picked up, this is the one that was like, holy crap, you've got to read this. All-Star Comics number 65. Enter Vandal Savage.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he says, I've crossed centuries to kill you, Superman. For your death, I will become the immortal villain. At last, the return of Vandal Savage. I mean, he's laying the Man of Steel out.
Yeah, he'll be around for X amount of years, and then he'll just poof in a cloud of smoke.
Well, see, that's what I don't understand.
And you forget about him, and he comes back.
And why do these people keep forgetting about it? I mean, he's one of the great villains. And they do. They just forget about him. And then people discover him. Hey, there's this cool ass guy who's immortal. And he's got plenty of money and just likes to kill people. Mm-hmm. This book needs to be read now because I didn't even open it until just now to look at it. Dialogue is by Paul Levitz. Okay, so that's good, right? Liz Burbu, I guess, is a colorer. Okay, I don't know who the hell that is, but it really doesn't matter. Plot and art, Wally Wood. The whole damn issue.
Book, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Oh, man.
The Woodster.
So apparently next week we're doing that book.
We can. Then we can do Born Again before it hits Netflix. Or not Netflix, before it hits Disney Plus. I was telling a buddy of mine about Born Again the other day. He's like, really? And I said, yeah. Have you never read it? He's like, no, I've never read it. I said, no, you have got to read it. He's like, I need to know more about Daredevil. I'm like, well, I don't know if Born Again's where you need to start with, but it's a great book to read. But
you might want to start at Miller's first Daredevil.
yeah,
The reprint of it, not the actual book, because if you have to buy that book, you'll be.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to do this comic book thing anymore, man. This shit's expensive.
This shit gets expensive fast. But yeah, I was telling him, I said, well, Daredevil's Born Again is an absolutely incredible storyline, but there's a reason that it says, man without anything is a man without fear, because he has nothing about halfway through.
Nothing to lose. You don't give a boop.
At all.
At all.
All right.
So let's check out Worthy Chaos. This is our spotlight crowdfunder for the week. So this is Worthy Chaos Comics Redemption, Horror Supernatural Comic, issues 1 through 8. A fight for survival against destiny and forces of the underworld. Think Buffy, Resident Evil, Good Omens, and Supernatural. There's 6 days left on this campaign. There's 114 backers. The goal was $1,000, and they're sitting at $4,200 right now. So let's check out the trailer.
I take it all of this is art from the inside.
Yeah. Reminds me of an 8-bit video game.
Yeah, they're at the end. The art actually looks pretty good. I would think it would, with that quality of art, they'd have more backers than they did. I know they made their goal, but I mean, the art seemed pretty good. It was definitely better than a lot of '90s stuff. Pretty clean, actually.
Yeah.
So
Current
this just you're
issues.
just getting a new issue, or are you just getting the whole thing if you buy the back? If you
Well, if you haven't bought any of it, there of course is you can buy it all, or you can just get like issue 8.
okay,
Like, here's like a chapter 1. There's book 2, chapter 1 of which is issue 8. One of the many covers. That one's fun. Carissa started out writing on Reddit, and she was a huge Resident Evil fan.
yeah,
So she was writing Resident Evil fan fiction, and then met another young lady who was digging it, and they started writing stories together.
oh, cool,
But Carissa, two like female leads, Carissa would write one of the female leads, so she would write in character of that character, and the other woman would write in character of that, and then they'd like combine everything with like background characters and supporting cast and all that. So it's like it's a little different, but as you can tell, big Resident Evil fan.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No, there's the artwork, like you said, is clean, and a lot of it's like straightforward, but she does like all these like cool like little merch things.
It's like a keychain or something.
I think it's like a pendant.
Oh, okay.
And then plushies and
Plushies. That's what I want. The
puffy
demon
stickers.
plushie.
A demon dog plushie.
Yeah.
My kid would love one of those, and I'd be glad to buy one. Demon dogs. Demon dogs. Wrong cartoon.
Yeah.
One
You
of
have
my
to be a
favorites.
certain age to get that joke.
Yeah, like over 50. But you can do stuff like if you've never heard of the book before, you just want to check it out. $5, you can get a PDF of issue 1 in black and white and color, so you can check out the line art, and then the full color to read the story. Issue 8 PDF, $5. We'll just go instead of saying PDF, we would just say the Australian variant, because it's like $70 a book to mail something to Australia. It's ridiculous.
Good Lord.
Issue 1 on print and PDF with all these goodies. Like there's a worthy $10.
That's not bad.
You get a couple of pins. You get the PDF, the actual book. These little coiny like things, and the Worthy Chaos Comics keychain. And then there's like various. So this is cover A for issue 8, which is 15, because these are all like that's cover A. This is cover B, variant by Jeremy Rapak. You can get issues 1 through 8 in a PDF, so you can get the whole story for $20.
If you can get the whole story.
So far,
yeah.
The first 8 issues you can get for $20.
Get your ass up to date. Yeah, you can read it all.
Yeah, you can just read the whole thing. Mini catch-up tier, issues 1 through 3 in print for $25. Issue 8, the regular cover with a pin, 3 metal trading cards in PDF for $29. metal trading cards aren't that cheap, so that's a good deal.
Yeah, and they're making a comeback.
Oh yeah. Issue 8, the regular cover with the Anubis necklace in PDF for $29. You can get the hardcover.
It's 222 damn pages.
222 pages, issues 1 through 7 for $39.
Is that all story?
Yeah.
222 pages.
Well, there's probably like I'm sure she shows off like the different covers and stuff are going to be in there, but
Yeah.
Issue 8 printed with regular cover, metal trading cards you get metal trading cards of all the covers, metal Anubis dog pen in PDF of the current issue. So for $40 plus shipping, you can get the hardcover of issues 1 through 7 and the PDF of number 8.
That's a good deal. That's
8,
a big hardcover for $40.
Oh yeah. Issue 8, regular cover with pen, 3 metal trading cards, and PDF for $40. The Anubis figure, 3D printed figure, and the PDF and the Worthy Chaos logo pen.
What? Oh.
Let's see, $39. Issue 8, regular cover with large 2-sided embroidered bookmark. Can never have enough bookmarks.
No.
Metal cover of issue 8. Oh, this is a metal cover. You can get a metal cover of issue 8, variant B, the Jeremy Rappak, who's an artist from DC, Marvel, IDW, Blizzard, Capcom, as well as Resident Evil comic interior art. And he did the Injustice series. And it's the current issue, so you get issue 8, the metal cover, the metal variant cover, plus the PDF.
For $39.
Yeah. This. I think I had like 3 or 4 creators on last year.
Yeah.
That like, I understand that it costs a shit ton of money to make a comic, and even more to get it printed and out to people. So I understand why some creators they'll make like a bigger book, so you're basically getting a graphic novel. So if you're anywhere from 200 to 300 pages, you got to be paying like $30 to $50.
Yeah.
Which is price matched to something of that page count, and whether it's a hard or soft cover, whatever, in like a local comic shop or what have you. And but like her price point is like she just wants more and more people to read her work.
Well, and that's how she's gonna grow. She grows her audience.
Yeah.
But the prices aren't outrageous.
No. So all 3 covers with a signature pin and PDF. Hardcover of book 1 includes issues 1 through 7. And current issue 8 with regular cover, buttons, and PDFs of all the issues for $45.
That's the one to buy. You just get everything, and it's signed.
Mm-hmm. Hardcover and issue 8 PDFs and buttons, $49. The hardcover book 1 includes issues 1 through 7, and printed issue 1 with regular cover, buttons, keychain, PDFs of all the issues.
Plenty of tiers for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Hardcover and issue 1 signed, and that's issue 8 printed in PDF acrylic pin of weapons and approximately 6-inch 3D printed Anubis resin unpainted statue. Can be painted, or you could just leave it the way it is and say it's done in patina. And here's another one of the Anubis statues, and another one. As soon as I saw like all these different variations of Anubis, I'm like, oh man, when's the trademark go out on Stargate? That'd be a
That's
cool
what I
thing.
was thinking. Yeah. Damn.
Then there's this catch-up tier, issues 1 through 8, printed and the PDFs for $79. Issues 1 through 8, regular cover, acrylic pin, sticker, and skeleton bird plushie for $79. And most of that's taken up, like a good third of that's taken up just by the plushie, because that's like $30 long.
Oh, look.
It's that guy that was chasing Moon Knight around on Disney, huh?
Yeah. I can't tell what that one is.
Oh, apparently this is the one you should get your wife, because this looks like My Little Pony from Hell.
My Little Pony from
Oh,
Hell.
it's a Hellhound plushie.
Hellhound Pushy.
Just tell her it's a plushie. And then there's another one. Zombie mental patient.
Sounds like me. I mean,
Oh, there's the zombie mental patient right there.
damn it.
Great looking stuff. Metal cover of issue 8, variant B, 3 metal trading cards and the PDF for $100. And the special Chloe Zone pen. It's issues 1 through 8, printed with all the covers of every regular and all variants of each issue, PDFs, button, and keychain. So this is $300. So you get every single cover that they've ever made.
That's more like a retailer incentive right there.
Yeah, it's like issues 1 through 8, printed with all covers of every regular and variant of each issue, all the PDFs, buttons, keychains, plus 3 plushies.
Oh my God.
Salamander, Hellhound, and Skeleton Bird. Whoa. $500 tier. All issue 8 covers, plus all 17 regular and variant covers of issues 1 through 7, printed, plus all the PDFs, the plushies, and any goodie that she made for the campaign. Whether it was tier specific or not.
Damn it.
You're getting one of everything I made. To show me the money. Add-ons. She's got a issue 1 PDF, a book called Salvation, which is like a backstory to the 2 lead characters from the book, from the 8-issue arc. Damnation, which is a prequel, issue 1 in color. Stickers of Anubis and the Hellhound for $2. Coloring book, digital stuff. So, you can color it digitally. Like, I have enough trouble with crayons in a coloring book.
My wife actually enjoys doing the little coloring books like that, digital ones. Just sit there and tap it. And it puts the color. Yep. I do like the Anubis stickers. They're cool.
Yeah. And it's funny because the Hellhound's got like a magic wand or something.
He's wagging his tail.
Yeah. There's an Anubis head metal pin. Another one. Full frontal Anubis, I'll call this one. Goodie pack with all the stickers, pins, and buttons for $5. Coloring book, 28 pages, both printed and digital. PDF and PNGS, $5.
How long has she been creating? Do you know?
Well, she's been writing for probably like going up 15 years at least. I think.
Okay. So she's been around the block. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Gold
coin is
plated.
awesome.
Yeah.
The coin is awesome. Okay. Damn, that's neat.
And I'll say this: it's the cheapest gold-plated Anubis coin you will ever find.
Yeah, $15.
$15.
I love the pyramid on the back with the little like the Anubis dog.
Yeah. The cool thing is like a lot of people like everybody likes the challenge coins and the like the poker chips.
Yeah.
The challenge coins are cool because they're usually pretty hefty. So, in a pinch, you can use them for, home defense. But most of them are like another $10 is like the cheapest one I've seen is like $25.
Yeah.
And the more popular the creator is that's putting out the challenge coins, the more money
expensive they are.
The more money they are. Like a speed challenge coin for the 30th anniversary was like $25. The Cyberfrog challenge coin, I think, was $50. Metal card set, so you can get a full metal card set of Series 1 for $30, Series 2 for $30, issues 4 through 8 available in metal covers, $35 a piece, which is right on point because usually you're going to pay like upwards of $40 or $50 for a metal cover.
Yeah. I think the damn plushie's amazing.
Yeah.
I would get an Anubis plushie.
That would look great next to my remote control for the TV. You can pre-order the Anubis only no comic for $29.
Damn it.
And then there's the Anubis only no comic with 3D staff and the sticker. And for $79, you can get your own mental patient. I know sometimes we feel like our own mental patients, but
That's illegal in some states.
They closed the one down by me. And then there's a song called "Permissible Indulgence." Is the band that created it for her. And there's a hyperlink on me to go listen to it, and the song lyrics are all
written out
down there. So, and then there's samples of like past issue art, so you can
get a feel of what the actual story was going to be like.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
So when we were watching the trailer, they were
Yep.
flashing stuff apart. You remember the part where it said, "What's the secret about room 237?"
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
I saw something about a secret room, but I didn't. It's got some significance because you're bringing it up. So
Yes. Okay. So here's your movie trivia quiz for the day. Room 237 is the crazy room in Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, where like all kind of weird stuff happens. There's actually a documentary called Room 237 where they go and do all kind of break down the movie about what this supposedly means and this means and this means, and a bunch of it's probably horse crap. Nobody really knows, but it's an interesting documentary, and the fact that I saw it and I've seen the documentary Room 237, it made me remember it.
it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, she's like a huge like horror buff.
Yeah, what's the deal with Room 237? Contains the ghost of a dead woman who emerges from the bathroom and tries to strangle Danny when he dares to enter.
Was it Moaning Myrtle? Oh, wrong movie. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I haven't seen The Shining in years.
No, but I've seen plenty of memes.
Memes, yeah.
I shared the "Here's Johnny" meme with Shelley Duvall's like horrific look on her face in terror, and I'm like, why is the Joker trying to kill Olive Oil?
What you need to do is go and read they did a article or something I read a while back about the way they treated Shelley Duvall on the movie set. Everyone was completely a giant asshole to her. So she like really had a mental breakdown.
Oh, for real?
For real. Like Kubrick was like, look, no one's nice to Shelley Duvall. If you see her, she's got to like, you've got to like just, scream at her or whatever. I don't know. But she had a mental breakdown. She was about to freaking lose it.
And not long after that, then she had to act opposite Robin Williams for a whole movie.
Yeah. Actually, I think it may have been before that she did the Popeye movie. But yeah, she that's why she kind of gave up acting. But yeah, it's a great movie. The shows how important it is too is last month. I say last month because it was if you watch the Christmas episode of Bob's Burgers, which you probably don't watch Bob's Burgers. I don't know.
No.
You should. It's
I watched it for like the first couple of years, and I'm like, it gets to be like a little repetitive, and I'm like,
no, it's amazing. They have to go chop a tree down, and Bob has got the damn axe, and they're going out there to chop a tree down, and Louise is picking at him about, he doesn't have enough strength in it. And he finally tells her, he says, you don't think I've got enough strength to go full Shining on you? You keep it up. That's how much that movie has seeped into our cultural heritage.
It's almost like you want to have two young twin nieces so you can put them on tricycles and just have them ride around the hallways of the house
and scare the hell out of people. So now that we've rambled for a little while, we could go and do our rambling book. Dude, where in the hell did you find this?
I was just searching for some like obscure Golden Age book.
This is obscure. I have never even heard of Superior Comic. 1953, terrifying, startling, strange suspense. There are 4 stories in here. Horror in the House, The Evil Stranger, Blood and Old Bones, and The Dead Speak. What's funny is for 53, and it being such an obscure title, I'd never even heard of it. The art's not bad at all.
Oh no, it was pretty good for that time. Yeah.
Well, and I think it has different artists on different stories. I think like one guy did 2 stories, and then like the other 2 stories are done by somebody else.
Yeah.
But one of the artists is definitely better than the other one. But of course, without doing further research, which I did not do in preparation for this episode, y'all could beat me later. I do not know who the artist is. I mean, you can even see the difference there in between the covers. Because these 2 guys are right. This lady and this guy's from another story, and this is the first story, but same.
Yeah. So like, well, I'm just going to take multiple images from the book and we'll make a cover out of it.
Yeah, we'll make a cover. And the first story is your standard. I'll say she's like his niece. She lives with her old rich miserly uncle who doesn't give her any money to do anything. And she keeps waiting on his ass to die so she can get the inheritance. Meanwhile, he's old grubby man that makes her work to death. Counting his money as usual. If only he would hurry up and die. And he counts it, locks it away. Do you remember when micro engraving was a big deal?
No.
Really?
Well, I remember it because in my mid-teens, we used to go and hang out the mall because that's where the girls were, and there'd always be like 7 or 8 jewelry stores in there.
Yeah.
And there would always be somebody that would do micro engraving, like in wedding bands and watches, and
I remember it being a hobby. I mean, not many people did it, and it was all older people, but I had almost forgot about it. I mean, and the old man, he's essentially counting his money, he puts it away, and then he goes back to his hobby, which is he's a micro engraver. And he's engraving something on the head of a pen, and it says, he's like, pretty neat. When I'm done, I'll have all of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address engraved on the head of a pen. So, that's a lot, because
I'm like, I'm not sure if like Ant-Man or the Atom could shrink down far enough into the quantum realm to write the entire Gettysburg Address on the head of a pen.
Yeah. Well, it looks more like a stick pen or a nail, but yeah, it's teeny. But yeah, I'd almost forgot about micro engraving. So he's up there doing his thing, and she's just all fuming. He's locked his money up again now. He'll fool around with those silly engraving tools while I do all the work. I can't stand it much longer. And of course, while dusting, she finds a revolver. And of course, it's loaded because, hey.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be? This is back in the day. But, this dude is such a cheapskate. She actually has to take a signed note with a damn grocery list to the store to put it on the charge account.
He won't give her a dime to pay for anything.
No. Now I'm gonna ask. Let's see. So, did y'all have a charge store when you were little?
No.
No, we did. I used to have to go to the store and get groceries, and we would charge them on the account. And the guy behind the counter had a big ledger. Oh god, it wasn't a ledger. It was like a big set of boards. And he'd flip through them, and then you'd have your little tickets up there, and then you'd go pay your monthly payment. So she gets him to sign the damn shopping list and cuts the bottom part of the paper out, or the top part, whichever one, leaves just enough for her to type a suicide note. I'm old and sick, and and tired, and I'm leaving all my money and everything I own to my niece. Sincerely, and he signed. That's it, the suicide note. So she, of course, takes the gun and sneaks in there and shoots his ass, and then puts him over his desk and sticks the gun in his hand, and the terrible suicide note is there too. She does manage to call the police, who show up, and they think nothing of the suicide note that's not very well written. They leave her with all the money. But lo and behold, this is a horror book. So the ghost of her dead uncle comes back. I won't harm you, but the police will get you. You'll see. And he tells her that, she's not going to get away with it because he left a clue to solve the mystery. This part was kind of cool.
On the head of a pin.
Yeah. No, not on the head.
His ghost goes to the damn police station.
Yes. His ghost goes to the police station and takes the pen and picks it up, starts writing a damn note, which is kind of cool. And it says, fools, look at the bullet. And of course, they can't hear it, but it's go now. Read the note. Examine the bullet that killed me. So the damn cop, the sheriff, I guess, thinks he's losing it. So he calls and gets the detective out of bed. Come on down. We've got to look at this. The ghost of Mr. whatever his name is there, Abner, left a note. Says we got to look at the head of look at the bullets. So they go and examine the bullets. And because he was into micro engraving, he engraved on all of the bullets, "I've been murdered with this bullet. Don't believe I committed suicide. My niece is guilty." And he signs his name to the bottom of it. So
it's almost like he was related to the Clintons.
damn it. He actually he does it on all the bullets. So they open the gun, they've still got it in custody, and examine all the bullets, and they all say the same thing. So they're like, oh crap. And with this, they actually arrest the niece and prosecute her. And, of course, the ghost constantly haunts her as they drag her ass. I don't think in the 50s they were still hanging people in America. Maybe. I'd have to go look this up, but they
maybe in some places that make backwoods where you're from.
Oh my God.
Look like the big city.
I don't know. But yeah, so the ghost actually helps set up and hang her. Hey, welcome, darling niece. Welcome to the realm of the ghost. And then you see the shadow of her actually hanging in the back. Art was pretty good in this book. There were definitely panels in this first story to me that were a little different than others. Yeah. Some of the head expressions weren't that good, but art was overall pretty nice. Now, this one, the art, I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I almost, and I may go look it up later for next podcast or whatever, who did the art on this. The Evil Stranger. And basically here we got this is another temptress who marries rich men, gets life insurance policies, and then sets the houses on fire and burns them up alive.
And collects the money.
And collects the damn money.
Because she gets bored.
Yeah. Once she gets bored with them, she kills them, lines her pockets, and moves on to the next one. Standard Black Widow story.
Mm-hmm.
And she does. So the story starts out, she's married. She's married to a guy. All this is great art.
Yeah.
And, married happily ever after to a rich older man. He buys a house for her in the woods. He's like, it's a little secluded, but she's like, I like to be secluded, be by myself. I like to be out of town so the damn fire department can't get here in time.
No witnesses.
Exactly. No, none. I'll enjoy hearing the old fool scream as he burns almost as much as I'll enjoy spending the money. So she's not a nice lady. She even has her own cool. She makes her alibi because she heads into town to watch a movie. She sees the movie and has the damn ticket stub, and then checks into a hotel and then leaves, comes back to the house where she's going to set it on fire, and then go back and, she'll wake up in the morning and then come and go, oh, Lord, the house is on fire. I do not remember zip gas.
No.
Not at all. So she sneaks back into the house, and she's going to set the house on fire. But lo and behold, she hasn't been paying much attention. Her husband suffers from insomnia because they're still fairly newlywed. And he hears her in the basement. So he heads down to, what are you doing? And then he sees that she's going to set him on fire, the house. When he sees this, he goes to attack her, and she throws the gas on him and lights him on fire. But she says, that'll take care.
Only you can prevent spousal fire.
Oh, spousal fire. But he's like, no, if I'm going to die, you're going to die with me. So he chases her ass and almost gets her before she runs out. This whole page is awesome art.
Yeah.
the pacing here is so good because you could see her run up the stairs. She's made it up the stairs, out the door. Now she's running down a hallway, and she managed to slam the door at the hallway and get outside as he, can't get outside because she's locked him in the house. And she's like, I barely made it. He's sure to die, and he'll set the house on fire. So he burns alive and does manage to set the house on fire. The frenzied screams of the dying man are too much even for her. So she can't even deal with it at this point, and she leaves. There's another freaking gorgeous panel.
Yeah.
So she finally, the next day meets does the police stuff, everything, puts a claim in, and it takes them weeks to solve the claim. They finally show up, and they're going to give her $50,000. They had to make sure the investigation was good. There was no foul play. So she's not a problem with it. And the guy is handsome. So she kind of falls for him.
Yeah. And $50,000 back in 1952 is like,
like $1 million now.
At least.
Yeah. Crazy amounts of money. So she's extremely happy. She meets this insurance salesman who she really likes. Maybe I'm a fool to date an insurance man, but I like him. And the company paid me, so they probably weren't as suspicious as I thought. Besides, it'll be fun to go out with a young and handsome man again. So she's been dating all these older men and offing them. So now she dates a younger guy. And eventually they fall in love and get married. And of course,
one of them fell in love.
Yeah.
And,
they both, yeah. Well, one of them falls in love.
He fell in love with her. She fell in love with his bank account and the endorsed check. Yeah.
And the endorsed check. But after a while, all of a sudden, I'm tired of him. And as an insurance man, he's been very careful to take out a lot of insurance. So now she's like, okay, I don't really love him anymore. And, he's really paranoid. So he's got a lot of insurance. I can kill him too. And of course, she does her standard modus operandi. She sets the damn house on fire.
She's got the attention span of a gnat. It's been a year. I'm bored. I want more money. I'm going to be done with him. Even though the page before the bottom panel,
yeah,
he seems to look a little bit like Dick Clark.
Dick Clark. Damn it. So she sets it. And of course, now in the story, as you read it, she's like, oh, I've heard your voice before, but I can't picture where. And he's like, oh, you probably just wherever at the insurance company. And then once she sets the house on fire, at that, the flame widow is where you're so wrong. Hello, Helen. Up to your old same murderous tricks, I see. Dick, but your voice, I've heard that before. You're not Dick Todd. You're John Holmes, not the porn star, just the different John Holmes.
I know. I was reading that. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
She must be friggin' sore.
That's why she set the house on fire. She can't take it anymore.
Oh.
So there you go. She sets the house on fire, but comes to find out John Holmes was the first guy she killed. But he actually lived. He managed to get out of the house, but he's been horribly scarred, and they do plastic surgery. So she, it made him young and beautiful. And at this time, even though his face is all beat up and all, and he just wants revenge, he says, we'll burn together, just you and me. And he slams and locks the damn door and locks her in the house, and they burn up together.
And even though they call it plastic surgery, nowadays they don't really use plastic on your face.
No. He says it's like wax, too. He used wax.
So he's just, this is like a reenactment of the first Indiana Jones movie when the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, the heat.
Everybody's face is going to melt, and you're going to die.
Die. You're gonna die. Blood and Old Bones. I don't know. This one to me may have been the weakest story in the book.
Yeah.
And part of it too is I double checked, and it seems like it's missing a page.
I think so. Yeah, because it seemed like the story skipped.
Yes. And I was like,
and I'm like,
did I get?
I remember I skipped back a couple of times, and I'm like, was that it? Really?
I still got the gist. I know what's going on, but it's still, to me, it really was the weakest story in here. And it's standard. This is a grubby old man or grubby young man who has found oil under an old abandoned cemetery and church. And, he's there with his business partner who's like, dude, they're not going to let you dig up the cemetery just to drill for oil. You're not going to be able to move these bodies. And of course, he's, I don't give a crap. These people are all dead. They're not using the graveyard. So he's, kicking dang gravestones down and everything else.
Yeah, this just seems like a young Mr. Burns.
Yes. And he manages to convince the mayor of the town or whoever currently has control of the church to lease it to him for his paranormal investigations. And he wants to be by himself. So he does, and he makes sure that it's locked tight and they can't do anything about it. He's got control of the property for a year. And once he does, he brings in a damn bulldozer and a backhoe and starts digging up bodies.
Yeah, like a steam shovel, just.
Yeah, right there.
It's not going to hurt.
No.
They don't feel the thing now. They're
dead.
They're dead. And I want to get rich off this oil, so.
We got to get rid of these dead people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is where it skipped. So, yeah, here's the guy. He's digging up the dead bodies. And it seems like there's a wanderer or somebody in the town that comes out there, and he's upset because they're digging up the graveyard. And he turns on him and kills him. Well, when he kills him, he's like, hey, I got the perfect place to hide his dead body. I'm going to throw him in the mound with the other dead bodies, which doesn't make sense. So once he does that, then after he's dug up the freaking cemetery, he brings the bulldozers in to flatten it all out and push all the bodies and everything away. And then they bring in the oil rig. But as they're drilling it, they start hearing moaning come from the actual oil well. And the people are freaking out, And finally they start quitting. But the guy's like, I don't need them anymore. We're close enough to the oil now, I can do it myself. And he manages to finally finish drilling the oil. And when he does, it comes out and it's blood. And it covers him. He says, it's not oil, it's blood. I've struck blood. It's all over me. I'll never get clean. It's a blood gusher. This was not the best story.
No.
The Flame Widow and the other one were much better. This one wasn't. The klutz is strong with that one. This was
Mom used to say you're just an accident looking for a place to happen.
Exactly. The dead speak. Have you ever read Herbert West Reanimator or seen the movie?
I've seen the movie, and I actually read the Dynamite did a Vampirella Reanimator.
Really?
Miniseries. It was really good.
I don't remember that. I'll have to go check that out.
It was done in like black, white, green, and red.
And it's Vampirella Reanimator.
Yeah, it's Vampirella meets the Reanimator, I think it is, yeah.
Okay. This story reminded me a lot of Herbert West Reanimator.
Yeah.
And part of it's, we've got two guys who are digging up bodies of freshly deceased people because they are experimenting on ways to bring them back to life. And, of course, the first handful of experiments fail. And finally, one of the guys secures a freshly deceased corpse. And the serum actually works on him. And when it works on him, he wakes up and he's like a zombie. Where am I? And they kill him. But he's already dead, so it really doesn't matter. They kill him. And
double indemnity, can't be charged for the same crime twice.
Exactly. We'll put him back in his grave. Next time we'll choose a corpse more carefully, and it'll work better under conditions. He says, I don't get it. Maybe it wasn't perfect subject, but at least he was alive. So they head out. And as they go get in the car to head back into town after they dispose of the body, the partner there whacks the other one over the head, puts him in the car, and stages a car crash where he burns up. And then, of course, afterwards, he loads all of the scientific equipment, all the notes and everything on the airplane, and he leaves town to go set up shop somewhere else, away from the police. And he continues to work on the formula to perfect it, and he actually does. Malcolm Reed forgets about his murdered partner and settles down to work. The blue vitriol is an improvement over the arsenic salts and gradually working out an entirely new approach to the problem. So once he gets it worked out, he decides he's got to go find him the perfect body to resurrect. And he starts going around to funeral homes until he finds this young, beautiful girl who died. We don't know how she died. She's just dead. And she seems to have plenty of money because everyone's there and they're sad. So he's like, hey, I'm going to bring her back. Well, he waits and marks the actual grave. And he's going to come back later on. But it rains and washes the mark off the grave. And he can't find where she's buried at this time. So he keeps stumbling around until he finds another grave that is fresh. And he's like, oh, I finally found it. And then we discover that the wet earth is what's really needed to help bring the bodies back to life. So he sprinkles the chemical onto the grave. But lo and behold, now I saw this crap coming a mile away.
It's a little plotty.
Yeah, it's a little plotty.
Yeah.
The actual partner comes back to life. And we find out that the partner who was killed, the police identify him via fingerprints because he has a criminal record. He's actually from this town. So they ship his body back and bury him. And he just happened to be buried at about the same time as the pretty girl. But because the guy couldn't find out where he marked the other damn grave at, he put the stuff on the wrong. And when the partner, who's now deceased, wakes up, he says, oh, I've been brought back to life. My murderous partner must be nearby, so I'll find him. And he does. He tracks him down. And of course, he terrifies him. It's Lynn, come out. He's come out of his grave. Open the door, Malcolm. You can't get away from me. He does break the door down. And they go in there. And he throttles the hell out of his ass. And he's like, hey, I was a doctor until they put me in the prison for malpractice. I never told you that one. Of all the places in the world you picked, this one. So they drag him to the graveyard, and he throws his ass back in his grave and throws his headstone on him. And he says, he's thoughtful of you to have a shovel handy. Nobody will worry about you. And the guy's like, you can't bury me alive. But he does.
Come on.
Don't bury me. I'm
Yeah.
not dead yet.
Nope, but you will be.
Mhm.
I think that the first two stories were better, in my opinion, than the last
Yeah.
two. But definitely the third one, the Blood Gusher one, was easily the worst.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good book, though, especially for something from the 50s. The art really shocked me. I do think that this second story had the best art.
Yeah.
And you almost want to go through and find out who the artist was. I just haven't had a chance to look it up. It's not EC level horror, but
No.
it's not, it's not bad. If you bought this for 10 cents back in the day, you got your money's worth.
Yeah.
This is probably $1,000 book now.
Until your Meemaw found it. Until you were going to hell for reading this garbage.
Exactly. Damn it, you can't read this mess.
That's what my great grandmother did to my mother.
Threw them all away.
Threw them all away.
But yeah. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I know we've been reading a lot of older stuff lately.
Yeah.
And that's kind of neat. Usually we read Bronze Age or some modern, so dipping the foot in the older stuff to actually see how it is really cool. There's a bunch of older books like that I want to read, that I actually have read parts of but never read the whole book, like some of the Showcase books by DC from back in the day.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody's read Showcase 4 with freaking Flash in it. But there's a bunch of them, like Showcase, I think it's 21 is the first appearance of Adam Strange. I've read the Adam Strange part, but I don't know what else is in it.
73 is the first Creeper.
73, yeah, first Creeper. We read that one.
Yep.
And I did tell you Atlas was doing, Fantagraphics is reprinting all the old Atlas horror stuff.
Yeah.
They do have a second volume coming out. I did pre-order, though, which I did not know of. You're lucky I didn't know of it, because if I did before now, we probably would have already started doing these. And it's called Venus. I'll show it to you. Let me bring it up. Oh, here it is. Share screen, window, Chrome tab. There it is. Ta-da. Yeah, Atlas Comics Library number 2, Venus, the goddess of love and sci-fi horror. The early issues, so the first 10 issues of this series are all standard girly magazines. She comes to Earth, falls in love with a guy, and everything. Well, the second half, I guess Stan took the day off or something. I don't know. He's just the first half of the Venus series is timely published as lighthearted romance about the goddess of Venus taking a job on Earth at a beauty magazine. Never accompanied to miss a trend, Atlas began introducing more science fiction in the 50s and eventually turned Venus dating adventures into straight-out horror anthology. So it goes from dating to horror. Collected.
Wow.
70 years later is the swift changing second half. All right, so it's 10 issues. 8 of the issues all are Bill Everett art. No, 7. 7 issues are Bill Everett art, and Werner Roth does 3 issues. Venus takes the heights of 4-color weirdness and pre-horror ghastliness. Everett is given reign and seizes the opportunity, writing, drawing, and lettering 20 ghoulish, goofy masterpieces. The Hangman's House, The Day Venus Vanished, The House of Terror, Spoiled Specters. These stories showcase draftsmanship and storytelling. Everett, blah, 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 the rest of it. I actually found some of them on like the Grand Comics database or something you can read.
Mhm.
And one of like the first or second issue I read, the son of Satan goes to Earth
Oh my God.
because Satan lets him, because he's in love with the goddess Venus and she's going to be his bride. And she's like, no. And they take off into outer space and like land on some clouds to discuss why she can't be the bride of Satan. I'm like, this is so weird.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
It's, I have ordered it. It is it'll be on the way as soon as it comes out. I was like, that's got to be amazing. But if you want, I will get the All-Star comic by Wally Wood over. We do it next week.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll do that and then get back here then.
Awesome.
Man.
Where's the link? Boom, 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 boom. And everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us, looking at our cool stuff that we got over the last couple of weeks. And we'll be back next week with another book and more stuff. Please consider going over and supporting us on Rumble. Who knows, with the way that I shoot from the hip, how long it is before we get booted off YouTube.
The Banhammer.
Ba-boom.